Hey, what's up everybody? It's JayViper here. Thank you very much for swinging by another video. I super appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about the age-old question of body type A and B versus male and female. See, I was playing RuneScape Dragonwilds recently, and I noticed almost immediately that I was met with body type A and B. And then I took a look and realized the character creator is doing no love, no justice to women in the game, and of course, not helping the men either. Let's get to all these issues, and I want to see if it's an issue with you right after you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
JayViper is awesome. He's so good looking. He's got the crowd in awe.
Alright, so first things first, when I saw that it was type A and B only, I went to X and I posted about it right away. I said, for fuck's sake, RuneScape Dragonwilds, not even body sliders either. This is it. Body type A and B and beards on women. I wanted to see if this really mattered to people. I wanted to know if people cared at all. So when I posted this, and yes, this is a character that I made. This is my screenshot that I took from my game. I was really wanting to see what people thought about it. And sure enough, a lot of people reached out, and one person asked me if I could refund it if it was gifted. And no, you can't, but I guess the person who refunded it can. Someone said, it's Asmon Gold with tits. That's true. Okay. But then, of course, I got, why bother having two body types if everyone's the same? According to them, that's a good question on the ban list. Spicy picture of Asmon Gold, and then someone saying, I had a gut feeling to hold off on buying this. I'm glad I did. And mostly it was people just not happy with the situation. This guy put clown, but he also retweeted in agreement, so I think he meant it was a clown decision. But so of course there's always people who are going to pretend they don't see an issue, like you seriously are retarded if you think this is a kind of thing. It's something new to gaming. Either you're extremely disingenuous. Plenty of RPGs have had women with beards and people with RGB skin tones for the player to go as much ridiculous and free as they'd want. So that's true, Sir Kent. But if maybe you missed it. Maybe you missed where I talked about there's not even body sliders, right? You are pretty much locked in to what you have. So, but not only this, but I did tag Pirate Nation. And Pirate Nation also posted this and had nearly 100,000 views on my picture. Didn't tag me though, by the way. But mostly we see people in agreement that this is not needed and they don't really appreciate it. So gay, it's a male or female. Nothing else exists and neither do your mental illnesses. Another game I won't touch with a 10-foot pole. This person would. Okay, calm down. Another common RuneScape L. I'm surprised we weren't groomed. And yeah, for the most part, it's just people saying, this is ridiculous. Why is this in games? We don't need this in games, with, of course, people in there who are claiming that it's normal. And I even had someone try to tell me that this is a normal thing that you see in Asian devs and has been for decades. And that was over in the thread I made where I said, remove body type A, B, and replace with male, female. I put this in the general discussions. And yes, this is an open thread right now over in the RuneScape Dragonwilds discussions. It's not locked as of right now, and it shouldn't be. I think it's a logical question. Over here, I wrote, the body type A and B thing keeps being added to the RPGs, and I don't understand the need to keep doing this. My understanding is some companies feel this is a requirement, while it is not. And we did see this where we had a guy who was interviewed, and he actually thought this was a requirement by the West. But it isn't, okay? So I don't know if that's why they're doing it or not, but in any case, that's not a requirement. And I said, we have male and female features, but the body types are purposefully mislabeled, and to top it off, there's no body sliders to further adjust our in-game characters to even attempt at further enhancing their features. And I think that's one of the biggest egregious things here in the character creator. Now, a lot of people might say, this is early access, it's not a big deal. Give them time, but I have this to say, if it's early access, then we should absolutely be giving them all the information as possible right now of things that we want and expect. I want to see body sliders, I want to see male and female return. I don't care if personally, I don't actually care if there's beards on women. You know, I am totally behind being able to make cursed characters and just ridiculous characters, right? But right now, the character creator, you can't even adjust your woman. The only thing you can do to her is put a beard on her or not Okay, that's not really what we're looking for generally in the RPG scene. We want to be able to tweak them and do whatever. There was someone who was telling me Dragon's Dogma, you could do this too with the beards. Yes, but you could also really adjust the men and women. So this isn't really a thing. And I know that Avowed did this similar situation where you just pick the body and you're done. I'm sorry, this isn't any good to me. I don't know if anyone is satisfied by this. To me, that is a sloppy, lazy developer mess. I don't want to see that in an RPG. RPGs, you need to be able to adjust the body. In any case, I'd really love to hear your input about this whole body type A and B thing in the comments below. And right now, I'm going to go and actually start showing you around in the character creator. Oh, and one of the comments that was my favorite was trying to tell me I don't even play games. Meanwhile, yeah, I do. I've played these just this week. And also, shout out Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. Really good RPG. It is still in early access. They're approaching the 1.0 release. They just had their 0.9, which is their last big update before 1.0. Check it out, see if it's for you, but so far I'm really enjoying it. All right, so let's make a new character. We'll jump on over here, and we're going to name them Subscribe, because that's exactly what you should be doing right now. Now, body type, it's just A right here. There it is, and you can rotate it around. Look at the arms are just kind of skinny, especially for any kind of RPG hero. It's got some muscle tone. That's it. No butt at all. And when you switch to female, as you can see, we're still looking at really no butt, no breast. The arms are masculine without a doubt. We can't even see the legs because they're covered. The default face is just okay. We only have a few options here in the skin tones, right? They're decent. The actual colorization, I would say, of like the darker skin tones are really good. A lot of times when a black character is portrayed, they are portrayed very black, and it's hard to look at their features. As you can tell, though, they did a pretty good job with the lighting, so that's for sure. And when it comes to the female face, the female form, we are met with only these preset options, folks. This is all we have. This is it. And then you can go to the eyes browse, where this is your options. There's 4 options here. Your eyes color, you just have a few options here as well. And then you go to the hairstyle, and you have 11 options. You have bald, you have this little bun here, shaved sideburns, you have this, boom, 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 boom. That is it. And when you go back to body type A, they are all the same. Nothing changes. The male and females have the exact same hairstyles, as you can see. And really, there's not much of a difference right now between them. And you can even go ahead and, like I said, you can put the beards on the ladies. Normally, I'd be fine with cursed characters. I wouldn't care. But it just doesn't seem like that's something I really want to do, because it doesn't make any sense right now. You can't really curse them out. You can't make them whatever you want. You're very limited. And that's it. Eyebrow color, hair color, facial hair, and that's it. These are your characters. That's it. You go between male and female. There's not much of a difference, folks. Not much of a difference at all. This is the kind of thing they want us to eat up. And I had a conversation with someone earlier today who was being completely disingenuous, saying, this isn't even part of the gameplay. Go level up skills and fight dragons. Like, my guy, what about a woman, right? So let's say I want to make one that looks kind of like me or represents me. Okay, I guess it's not going to be great, but whatever. But at the same time, what about a woman? What if they want to play the game, right? They're going to come in here and they're not going to be able to make a feminine character that represents them. I don't think that's right either. So I don't know what RuneScape's trying to do here. And again, you can say it's early access and it's limited or whatever. But here's the truth. Right here, last year, on regular RuneScape, they changed male and female to body type A and B. They also have pronouns, he, him, they, them, she, her. And that's pretty much all your options. And it's not looking like they really made much of a difference here, other than making them 3D, and they're going to be doing very similar things. I don't know if they'll have the pronouns, because maybe no one's actually referred to as any of the pronouns in this game, and there's no need for them to do it. But there's no need for them to do this either, folks. I also had a person recently tell me that this is normal in Asia. This is not normal in Asia at all. And that was from that thread that I posted. This is not a normal Asia thing, type A and B. It's more common now than it was, okay? But I think the fact that it's in From Software is what gives you that illusion that this is a very common, in fact, normal thing in Asia. It is not. A normal thing in Asia is male and female, but for some reason we're seeing a lot of this A and B or type 1 and 2 situation coming out of Asia, and of course the Western developers too are all aboard the 1 and 2s and A's and B's. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you had to say about this. What do you think about the 1, 2s, A's and B's versus males and females? Personally, I'm all about being honest with yourself. Stop lying through video games, right? Stop allowing video games to be a lie for you or a vehicle to lie and try to change the conversation and change vocabulary. We know males and females exist. You can see they're male and female, even though they're trying to make the female as androgynous as possible, I feel. But the developers of video games, at some point, they have to hear the players, right? Talk about this and push back on it and say, listen, make it male and female. We know the difference and you know the difference. And let's stop pretending that this is not like a manufactured issue that they're creating by making it A and B. Because you can say they're trying to appeal to a wider audience with this A and B, but what they're really doing is rejecting part of that audience. In fact, a large part of the audience that is grounded in reality, and that reality is that only males and females are what exist. Anyway, that's all I had to say about this whole situation. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but before you go anywhere, do me a huge favor and please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so I can see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Love you, me to peace. Bye, everybody.
He's owning every game.